Hey guys, Professor Bill, Comic Book University, and Uncanny Avengers issue number 28, Stars and Garters, Part 1. First off, I would like to personally thank Jim Zub for making one of the best comic books that I have read in a while. The idea that somebody would actually remember like so many different parts of all of these characters' history. It's one thing to write an X-Men book and remember certain adventures that they've been on or whatever. Psst, whatever, man. But you've got like the Wasp from the Avengers, Beast from every other group out there. You got all these characters on here from these different walks of life, from these different experiences in the Marvel Universe. And yet somehow you've brought pretty much all of them up to date in this current issue. If there, you know what, honestly, let's be realistic. This right here was a good comic for all of us older fans. It's a perfectly fine comic for all of us who maybe just started, with these particular stories, the Uncanny Avengers, the Unity Squad. And this is a really good jumping on point for anybody who isn't familiar with the comic books. This didn't have to be renumbered. This is perfectly fine as it is. So we get to see a quick and not at all boring, not overdrawn reminder of different characters and what they've had to go through throughout their history. And it's great. It's great. You get to find so much about these characters, and it's enjoyable. It's a good, enjoyable read. You had a good amount of action in here. You had a little bit of history showing up. You had a couple of really good villains show. Like, case in point, Whirlwind shows up. Whirlwind is one of my favorite villains to show up in here. And I'm surprised that he didn't have Whirlwind, that Jim didn't have Whirlwind show up for Wasp, Janet Van Dyne. Maybe sometime in the future. I think this could be a good setup because he's had the most history with her, obsessing, stalking over her. I really felt like this was written by someone who not only knows, but cares about these characters. And that I really haven't seen that in a while. Maybe over in Astonishing X-Men, I've seen that also. But it's not just like one or two aspects. This guy really gets these characters. And wow, you just brought back one of the best Buds videos ever. Sorry, I'm thinking ahead of myself. I'm thinking to myself, I got to make like a best Buds or bromances video, like a top 10 video for superhero characters, bromances. And Beast and Wonder Man are going to be on it. They've got to be. This is just good. This is really good. I'm giving this comic book an A. I'm genuinely pleased with what I'm reading here. This isn't exactly like amazeballs worthy. This didn't freak me out and go, wow. But at the same time, you also brought in these new these creatures, the Sidera. Coolest freaking things ever, and I'm perfectly with Synapse when she says, "Oh my God, they're the cutest things ever." She just went all chibi. That's just perfect. Yes, I agree, they're freaking awesome. But then seeing Juggernaut appear afterwards, like behind them, oh my God, wow, wow, wow. I also like that Wonder Man is keeping his pacifist thing going on. I'm good with that. Maybe hook up with Drax in Guardians of the Galaxy, because he also had that pacifist thing going for a while too. I think it just ended, but I'm not entirely sure. Anyway, guys, Professor Bill, Comic Book University. Class dismissed.